Picture yourself 5 years from now. Where are you standing? What have you achieved? Most importantly, who have you become? You see, success isn't about the noise you make today. It's about the quiet, consistent actions you take when no one is watching. The greatest achievements in human history weren't built on stages with spotlights. They were forged in quiet laboratories, silent studios, and empty offices long after everyone else had gone home. I want to tell you something that might change your life forever. The quietest worker in the room is often the most dangerous competitor. They're the ones who understand that real power lies not in talking about what you're going to do, but in actually doing it. Let me share a story that changed my perspective forever. In 1997, I met a man in Singapore. His name was James. He worked as a janitor during the day, but what nobody knew was that he spent his evenings building what would become one of Asia's most successful e-commerce platforms. For 3 years, he told no one. He didn't post on social media. He didn't brag about his ideas at parties. He just worked. Today, his company employs over 3,000 people. The universe has a beautiful way of rewarding silent dedication. It's like planting a seed. You don't stand over it screaming grow. You create the right conditions, tend to it quietly, and trust the process. It's not just about being quiet. It's about being strategic. Every time you're tempted to talk about your goals, ask yourself, could this energy be better spent actually working toward them? Think about a master chef preparing for a competition. They don't spend their time telling everyone how they're going to win. They're in the kitchen perfecting their craft, testing new techniques, failing privately, and improving constantly. The only statement they need to make is the final dish they present. You know, there's something incredibly powerful about silence. The kind of silence when the world isn't watching, when the noise of the outside is turned down, and it's just you, your thoughts, and your work. Imagine this: no applause, no recognition, no fanfare, just the quiet, steady determination that drives you toward your goal. This is the kind of silence where dreams become reality. This is where champions are forged. Today, I'm here to talk about the power of working in silence and letting your success be the only noise that breaks that quiet. Most people crave validation. They want everyone to know when they're working hard, when they're putting in the hours, when they're making sacrifices. They want people to applaud them for every small victory. But true greatness is not about how many people clap for you along the way. True greatness is about doing what needs to be done, whether anyone notices or not. It's about showing up for yourself even when there is no audience. It's about mastering the art of discipline, working silently, consistently, and without the need for recognition. You do it because you believe in it. You do it because you want to be better today than you were yesterday. The tallest and most magnificent tree, they don't grow overnight. Beneath the soil, they establish roots, creating a foundation that supports them as they reach for the sky. Beneath the soil, they're establishing roots, creating a foundation that can support them as they reach for the sky. This foundation, these roots, are formed in the darkness, in the unseen, away from prying eyes. And that's exactly how your journey should be. Focused on creating a deep and solid foundation, one that will support you when you eventually rise and stand tall. In today's world, people often feel pressured to show their work, to prove to others that they're grinding, that they're doing everything they can to make it. Social media, while a fantastic tool for connection, has turned into a stage where people perform their success. It often becomes a distraction, pulling our focus away from meaningful work and encouraging us to seek validation instead of progress. In contrast, working in silence allows us to hone our craft without the pressure of external judgment, keeping our attention where it truly matters on growth, mastery, and the pursuit of our goals. But my friends, what if I told you that the most successful people out there aren't performing? They're working day in and day out in the background. Their focus isn't on the likes or the followers. Their focus is on the goal. There is a powerful freedom that comes from working in silence. When you stop worrying about what others think of your progress, you begin to see things clearly. You stop trying to impress others and start focusing on what really matters: growth, mastery, and consistency. The noise of others can often cloud your vision, distract you from your purpose. The moment you begin to work in silence, you reclaim that purpose. You begin to move with intention, making each day, each moment count. Working in silence doesn't mean you won't face challenges. You will. It doesn't mean you won't doubt yourself or feel like giving up at times. You will. But it also means that you are training your mind to be stronger, more focused, and more resilient. When you don't need applause to keep going, when you don't need validation to feel like you're making progress, that's when you've truly won. You've won over yourself, and that's the most important victory you can have. The world will always have opinions. There will always be people who tell you that you're wasting your time, that your dream is impossible, that your efforts aren't worth it. It's not their dream, it's yours. It's not their work, it's yours. They're not the ones who will have to live with the regret of not trying. You are. So why give their opinions power? Why let their noise drown out your determination? Instead, work in silence. Let them wonder what you're up to. Let them be curious about how you're making it happen. And then when the time is right, let your success make the noise. Let it be undeniable. Let it speak volumes without you having to say a word. The athletes who wake up at 4 to train, the entrepreneurs who spend years working on an idea before anyone even hears about it, the artists who practice their craft in solitude. These are the people who understand the value of silence. They understand that the work they put in when no one is watching is what will set them apart when everyone is. Because here's the thing, the work you do in silence, the hours you put in when no one knows, that's what prepares you for the moment when the spotlight finally finds you. And make no mistake, the spotlight will come. If you stay the course, if you put in the work, if you remain dedicated to your vision, the world will eventually take notice. But by then, it won't even matter because you won't need the validation. You won't need the applause. You'll know deep down that you earned every bit of success that comes your way. And that's the kind of success that lasts, the kind that's built on a solid foundation of hard work, discipline, and resilience. You are building a house. If you rush the foundation, if you cut corners because you're eager to show it off, that house will never stand the test of time. But if you take your time, if you work diligently, carefully, and quietly, you'll create something that is strong, something that will withstand the storms. Your success is the same. Don't rush it. Don't seek to impress others before you're ready. Instead, focus on laying the foundation. Focus on the work that needs to be done day after day, even when it feels like no progress is being made. Because every brick you lay, every effort you put in, is bringing you one step closer to your goal. I've seen so many people give up on their dreams because they weren't getting the recognition they thought they deserved. They expected immediate results, immediate applause, immediate success. But that's not how it works. Success is not a sprint. It's a marathon. It's about showing up every single day and putting in the work, even when no one is watching, even when it feels like nothing is happening. It's about trusting the process, trusting that the seeds you're planting today will eventually bear fruit. And when they do, the world will see the results. But until then, you must be willing to work in silence. The beauty of working in silence is that it allows you to focus on what truly matters. It allows you to develop your skills, to learn, to grow without the pressure of performing for others. It allows you to make mistakes, to fail, to learn from those failures without the fear of judgment. It allows you to stay true to your vision without being swayed by the opinions of others. And in the end, it allows you to build something that is truly yours, something that is strong, something that is real, something that will stand the test of time. Success is not about the noise, the applause, or the recognition. It's about the work you put in when no one is watching, the discipline and the resilience that drive you forward. It's about the sacrifices you make without seeking praise, the quiet moments of perseverance, and the determination that keeps you moving forward even when progress seems invisible. True success is built in the unseen hour, driven by an unwavering belief in yourself and your vision. And when your success finally speaks, it will be powerful, undeniable, and earned in the silence that came before. Embrace the silence. Embrace the early mornings, the late nights, the moments when it feels like no one sees your efforts. Embrace the discipline, the sacrifice, the determination that comes from working towards something you believe in. And most importantly, trust that the work you are putting in today, the seeds you are planting, will one day bear fruit. Trust that your success will make the noise when the time is right. You are capable of achieving great things. You are capable of living the life you've always dreamed of, but it won't happen overnight. It won't happen by seeking validation from others. It will happen when you decide to commit to the journey, when you decide to put in the work day after day in the silence without needing the applause. And when you do, when you finally achieve the success you've been working towards, it will be undeniable. It will be powerful. It will be yours. Success is about laying one brick at a time, building one layer at a time, consistently moving forward, no matter how slow it may seem. There is no need to rush, no need to compare your progress to anyone else's. Your journey is yours alone, and every single day that you show up, every single day that you put in the work, you are getting closer to your goal. It may feel like you're not moving fast enough, but speed is irrelevant when it comes to true, meaningful success. Consistency is what matters. One day, you'll look back and realize just how far you've come. And it will be because of every small effort you made, every quiet hour you spent working towards your dream. There is a kind of magic in patience. There is power in being able to wait, to work, to trust the timing of your life. Often the things that are worth having take time to build. They take time to grow. But when you rush the process, when you try to force things before they're ready, you end up with something fragile, something that can easily fall apart. Working in silence is about giving yourself the time to build something that is unbreakable, something that will withstand anything that comes your way. Consider the lives of those who have truly made a difference in the world. They did not achieve their greatness through flashy displays or seeking constant attention. They were working behind the scenes, putting in the hours, making mistakes, learning, growing. It was not about what others thought of them. It was about what they knew they were capable of. It was about realizing their own potential, even when no one else saw it. They believed in themselves, and they believed in the power of their vision. And that is why they succeeded. Imagine an artist creating a masterpiece. The world doesn't see the countless hours spent sketching, the revisions, the moments of frustration when things didn't go as planned. The world only sees the final piece, the masterpiece that speaks of talent, dedication, and vision. But the real work, the real beauty, lies in the process, in the quiet, lonely hours spent perfecting their craft. In the end, it is not the applause that makes the art beautiful. It is the passion and dedication that went into creating it. In the same way, your life is your masterpiece. Every day you work in silence, every day you push through, you are adding another layer to your masterpiece. And when it's complete, when you reach the heights you've dreamed of, the world will see it and it will be beautiful. But the real magic, the real reward, will be the journey, the quiet, unseen hours that you poured your heart into. That is where your true success lies. Be patient with yourself. Trust the process. Understand that setbacks are part of the journey, that failure is not the opposite of success, but a stepping stone towards it. Failure is where you learn the most, where you grow the most. It is in the moments of silence, in the moments when things don't go as planned, that you develop resilience, that you build character, that you strengthen your resolve. Success is not a straight path. It is filled with detours, with ups and downs, with challenges that will test you. But each of these challenges is an opportunity to grow, to become better, to prove to yourself that you are capable of more. When you work in silence, you give yourself the freedom to explore, to experiment, to make mistakes without fear of judgment. You give yourself the space to learn, to grow, to become the person you need to be in order to achieve your goals. This journey is not about perfection. It is about progress. It is about showing up every day, putting in the work, and trusting that in time, the results will come. One of the greatest rewards of working in silence is the confidence that comes from knowing that you did it on your own terms. When your success finally makes the noise, it won't be because you sought validation from others. It will be because you believed in yourself, because you put in the work, because you stayed true to your vision, even when no one else believed in you. That kind of confidence cannot be shaken. It is a quiet, unshakable belief in yourself, in your abilities, in your dreams. You see, the goal is not to prove anything to anyone else. The goal is to prove it to yourself, to prove that you have what it takes, that you are willing to do what others won't, that you are willing to put in the work day after day without needing anyone else to acknowledge it. This journey is yours, and yours alone. It is not about the applause, the recognition, the accolades. It is about the quiet satisfaction that comes from knowing that you gave it your all, that you put in the work, that you stayed the course even when it was difficult. there is something incredibly powerful about knowing that you did it for yourself, that you worked in silence, that you stayed true to your vision, that you built something that is truly yours. And when your success finally speaks, when it finally makes the noise, it will be all the more powerful because of the journey that led to it. It will be undeniable, it will be strong, and it will be real. So work in silence. Embrace the journey. Trust the process. Know that the work you put in today, the seeds you plant, the foundation you build, will one day bear fruit. And when it does, when your success finally makes the noise, it will be worth every quiet moment, every sacrifice, every effort you put in when no one else was watching. That is the kind of success that lasts. That is the kind of success that matters. Now go out there, put in the work, embrace the silence, and let your success make the noise. Let your actions speak louder than your words. Let your results tell the story of your journey. Because in the end, it's not about what you say you're going to do. It's about what you actually do. And when you work in silence, when you stay focused, when you put in the effort without needing the validation of others, you will find that you are capable of far more than you ever imagined. The road to success is not an easy one, but it is worth it. It is filled with obstacles, with setbacks, with moments that will test you. But if you are willing to work in silence, if you are willing to put in the effort without needing the world to see, you will find that you are capable of far more than you ever imagined. You will find a strength within yourself that cannot be shaken, a determination that will carry you through even the toughest of times. Remember, success is not about the noise. It's about the work. It's about the discipline, the commitment, the resilience. It's about staying true to your vision, even when no one else believes in it. It's about putting in the work day after day, without needing the applause, without needing the recognition. Because in the end, the only validation that truly matters is the one that comes from within. The quiet confidence that comes from knowing that you are doing everything you can to build the life you want, that you are putting in the work, that you are staying true to your vision. This is what will carry you to success. So embrace the silence, embrace the journey, put in the work, stay the course, and let your success make the noise. The world will eventually take notice, but by then it won't even matter because you will have already found the true reward. The knowledge that you did it for yourself, that you put in the work, that you stayed true to your vision, and that you achieved something truly great. And that, my friends, is the kind of success that lasts a lifetime. And remember this, the quiet moments, the ones where you're by yourself, grappling with doubt, overcoming challenges, and questioning if it's all worth it. These moments are shaping you into the person you need to become. It is during these times that true growth occurs. Growth isn't loud or flashy. It's subtle, often unnoticeable until one day you look back and see how far you've come. Every single challenge that you face, every setback, every obstacle is there to serve a purpose. It's there to make you stronger, to test your resolve, to prepare you for what's to come. When you face these challenges in silence, when you push through them without needing the world to know, you're building resilience, you're building strength, you're building the kind of character that will carry you through anything. And when that day finally comes, when your success speaks for itself, when it echoes for everyone to hear, you will understand why the silence was necessary. You will understand that it wasn't the noise that made you successful, but the quiet moments when you decided to keep going, when you chose discipline over comfort, when you worked tirelessly, not for anyone else, but for yourself. It is these moments that define you. It is these moments that make your success not just an achievement, but a testament to who you are. So keep going, keep putting in the work, keep showing up for yourself, even when no one else is watching. Because one day, the world will hear your success, and it will be because you embraced the silence, because you stayed true to your journey, because you knew that true greatness isn't about the noise. It's about the work, the discipline, the resilience, and the quiet, steady belief that you are capable of achieving anything you set your mind to. So go ahead, embrace the silence, let it be your strength, let it be the place where you grow, where you learn, where you become the person you were always meant to be. And when the time comes, when your success finally makes the noise, let it be the kind of noise that leaves a lasting impact, that inspires others, that speaks of hard work, dedication, and a vision that was pursued without compromise. Work in silence, my friends, and let your success make the noise. The world will eventually take notice, but by then you will have already found what truly matters, the journey, the growth, the person you have become. And that, above all else, is the kind of success that lasts forever.